Why is my shit not going? Yeah, it's more like it. What's up, motherfuckers? It's fired up. It's fired up. This is Paranoid by Black Sabbath, Ozzy's first group. This was a throwaway song. They just needed to like make one more song for the album, and it turned out being like their biggest hit. Funny how that shit goes. Sometimes when you don't think and you just feel, it goes better. So you don't overthink shit. Don't be a dumbass either, though. You know what I'm saying? And then you hear that crazy hard guitar song. I forgot the name of the guitarist, but his finger got chopped off working in a factory, so that's why he would play it differently and it played it heavier. What do you learn from that? You take the lemons that life gives you and you make lemonade. That's what we here for. We lemonade stands, y'all. We lemonade stands. Look what I did with John. John was a big ass lemon, and now he's a lemonade.
Come a long way.
Fuck yeah, man. I wouldn't trade you for $1 million. Yes, I would. I'd trade you for $1 million. $1 million, but the crazy shit is $1 million ain't what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like houses out here cost $1 million. Like I would literally, like I wouldn't even be able to pay taxes on the bitch next year. I would buy the motherfucker, and I wouldn't be able to pay taxes on the motherfucker. Shit is crazy out in this bitch. I get to talk to Laurence Fishburne today, which is fucking cool, man. I'm kind of stoked about that. If you're a 70s baby like me, shit, if you're like a 60s baby, that's how long he's been doing that shit. That's how long he's been doing that shit. And he was in some of the most OG movies. If you don't know, just stick around and I'm gonna talk to him about it. That's gonna be the hardest shit of, like talking to Laurence Fishburne, because you want to do the inside the actor studio with his ass. You know what I mean? You want to be like, let's go through this movie and that movie and this movie and that movie in fucking Pee-wee's Playhouse. But I don't got him that long because he's everybody wants him. I got the longest cold ever. I'm starting to think it's AIDS. Fucking. Isn't that how it goes? It's like a motherfucker has like a head cold for fucking like 3 weeks, and then they're like, your white blood cell count is crazy. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe I gotta get tested for some shit. I don't know. I remember when AIDS came out, and that shit, bro, Cass was fucking straight paranoid, man. You was afraid to sit on toilet seats and everything. Nowadays, all these kids, AIDS been out so long, they got pills you can take every day for that shit. Like, kids just go raw. They don't give a fuck. They going raw all the time. We go raw too, but then we be paranoid. Y'all just go raw. Congrats on that shit. I stand by just don't fuck broke hoes. You'll be straight. And rich chicks be going to the doctors. The worst they'll have is herpes. Oh, Justin Hunt's coming in here too? Damn. Full day. News with John, tattooed faces. Anybody watch any of that Wu-Tang shit that I was speaking on yesterday? I still haven't had a chance. I just watched all of the, I caught up with all of the fucking Game of Thrones shit while I was sick all weekend. I just lay there and watched Game of Thrones. Here's my take on it. I thought the last 2 seasons were fucking dumb as hell, so my expectations were super low, and this season's better than the last 2 seasons. Just because there's more killing and shit. But they TV-fied my shit. They went and TV-fied it. When it was my man doing all the writing, like, it was way better. Game of Thrones is like when you see someone like a father build a business and then hand it off to their sons and then just watch the sons turn the business into a pile of shit. That's what God is to me. But whatever. I had to watch it. Everyone's watching. I was supposed to talk to Jenny McCarthy about it. Can you follow up with them? Tell them I'm all caught up. I'm ready to talk Game of Thrones. John?
Absolutely.
Thanks, John. Nothing like silence when I ask a fucking question on the radio. Silence on the radio when I ask a question goes really well. Thanks.
Just processing it.
Just hit up Michelle. Tell her I'm ready. I fucking watched all that shit. Watched all that shit. I got a lot of opinions. I don't like anybody. All my heroes are dead. God, Jon Snow's such a bitch.
I can't believe you follow it that closely.
He is a fuckboy. And not like the fucking new version of fuckboys that fucking like girls that drink blush and shit and rosé say. I mean like UGK fuckboy. Lang. I'll bend my knee to you. He was all on the dragon bitch's dick. Like, yo, dog, like, you supposed to be the dude in this situation. Boss up. Boss up, little midget. Speaking of midget, Tyrion, I still fuck with him. Or dwarf.
Little person.
Whatever the fuck. They're even politically, you notice they're like politically correct in a fucking 1,000 years ago in another galaxy. There's even politically correct there. Fuck it. Where the fuck do I live? Jesus fucking Christ, son. Yeah. All right, Laurence Fishburne. He chilled that Larry shit out a while ago. So Laurence Fishburne coming in. Got a big week this week. All right, let's play some music. Come back. Laurence Fishburne, Justin Hunt, John with the news. Full show today, baby. Let's go.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
Shade 45. I am here with the legend, Laurence Fishburne. John Wick 3 is coming out. Parabellum.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, baby.
You were like, what do you want to talk about? And I was like, I want to do an Inside Actors Studio with you. But we don't have time.
We don't, unfortunately. Well, what can we talk about?
Well, I was looking at your at all the list of movies that you've done.
Yeah.
And
well, you're not finished yet, right? I mean, it's still good.
Yeah, but like you've been a part of so many groundbreaking movies.
Yeah, I've been very lucky that way. Yeah.
Do you, when you're doing these movies, do you know that they're like Matrix, for example?
Sure.
When you're doing Matrix, did you know that Matrix was going to be Matrix?
I knew it was the most original screenplay that I'd ever encountered.
Yeah.
And I knew that I liked it, and I thought it was amazing. But I didn't know that it was going to be received and embraced by the world the way that it has been.
All right. What about when you did Apocalypse Now?
When we did Apocalypse Now, I was aware of the fact that the guys that were making it, like Francis Coppola, Vittorio Storaro, and all of the people that he assembled to put the movie together, I knew that they were attempting to make something that was going to be, groundbreaking and impactful. And
I wasn't born when it came. How was it received when it came out?
It was critically received well. It was a critical success, but it was a commercial failure.
Really?
Yeah. But the movie is a masterpiece of American cinema, and it still holds up.
And you lied to get on.
Well, I lied about my age, but it wasn't like anybody believed me. They knew I was lying.
It was just like, if you can keep this lie together, we're all.
Yeah,
we're all
it was like the lie really was. It was just me being 16 and stupid. I mean, actually, it was me being 14, trying to tell people that I was 16, and everybody knew I wasn't. But I looked like I could be, so it was fine.
But your energy, man, was so youthful.
Yeah,
it was like I don't know if you could fake that.
No, you can't fake the kid stuff.
No,
it was real kid stuff.
All right, so we're King of New York.
King of New York, one of my favorites.
Bro,
one of my favorites.
You had me eating motherfucking tartar sauce and onion rings. Well, that shit's pretty fucking good too.
It is, right?
Yeah,
right? Yeah. That's what I my intention was to put the first hip hop gangster on screen, because before that movie, we had not seen a hip hop gangster on screen.
No,
we had not seen.
And that movie was another one that was really didn't have much of a budget for marketing or anything like that.
No.
And it just is it was like an instant hood classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've have to explain to like younger people, like when Biggie says Black Frank White.
Black Frank White, what they're talking about?
Who the fuck they're talking about.
Oh yeah.
And you had one of the illest deaths in that shit too.
Yeah, man. Died laughing.
Straight the fuck up. And when you got when my man spits in your face,
Dave,
and then you fucking eat the shit.
Yeah, man.
That shit was so fucking hard, dude.
Howdy Doody and the Chocolate Wonder.
What was one of your most favorite parts to play?
It's one of my favorite roles that I've played. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to just fucking wild out,
because I got to really just be like just totally ill, and I got to reflect a lot of the shit that was happening in New York in the 80s where I was growing up, and again, like I said, the thing that was really important for me was, there were gangster flicks are part of the American, cinematic kind of, history. There's always great gangsters in movies, but there had not been a hip hop gangster in movies.
No.
Before King of New York.
No.
And I knew a guy that was in Brooklyn who was a rapper, and he called himself the hip hop gangster. This was before anybody was doing gangster rap. This was before NWA.
Yeah.
And before the whole West Coast thing had happened. So I thought, wow, wouldn't that be great to have a guy that was a gangster who really was, steeped in hip hop, and that was his culture and his vibe and everything. So that's where Jimmy Jump came from.
That was the shit. And then now on the Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
with one of the most quotable films.
Yep.
Give me the motherfucking gun, Trey.
You do that very well.
Bro, you know how many times we say that shit?
I like that. You know my favorite line is,
What is it?
you had some pussy yet? What? When I grab him and smell him?
Yeah.
And give,
I even like, man, when you jamming out to the five stair steps and you fucking start humming.
Child.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you know that movie was gonna?
I knew that movie was important. I knew it was, again, one of the best pieces of material that I had ever read. But my experience with Apocalypse Now, I learned to temper my expectations because, you know, I was really young when we made Apocalypse Now, and it was the most expensive movie ever made. And it had one of the greatest living actors of the time, Marlon Brando, in it, and the great director, Francis Coppola, who made The Godfather and
Right.
Godfather 2. So I had this expectation that it was going to be a mad, crazy success, and it wasn't commercially.
What did that feel like?
Well, it was disappointing. It was very depressing. But so I learned to temper my expectations about things and really just focus on the reality that the material that I'm reading is really great. Both Boys in the Hood, Boys in the Hood and Matrix. The material was, you know, the best quality. But that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's going to get it. You got to look, when you look at the history of film, for example, there's a couple of great American films that when they came out, the American public didn't respond well to them. One of those films is The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
People didn't know what the fuck to do with The Wizard of Oz when it first came out. There's another movie that was made by Burt Lancaster, his company. That's one of my favorite movies. It's called The Sweet Smell of Success. It's Burt Lancaster and Tony Curtis. It's a great movie. But nobody knew what the fuck to do with it when it came out. It has gone on to become something, and people recognize it for what it is now. But sometimes shit is just ahead of the curve.
I like to point at the Oscars, and you see, and you look at the best movie, and then you compare, and then you look at the movies that came out that year, and then you see what actually sticks.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird sometimes.
And a lot of times, those best movies don't stick, and other ones do the right thing.
Yeah,
stuck.
Yeah. It's strange. It's a very political sort of ceremony. I guess. You've been in the game so goddamn long. Do you go to those anymore? I've been, I've been, a number of times, and it's always nice when you go.
Yeah.
But again, anything like the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the Emmys, the whatever, if you're going to these things all the time, it ceases to be fun and it becomes work.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know what I mean?
I didn't even talk about for the kids. You were Cowboy Curtis.
I was Cowboy Curtis on Pee-wee's Playhouse, yeah, and I was Dr. Larrabee in Aquila and the Bee.
I did these drugs the other day, and my house turned into Pee-wee's Playhouse. It's like the chair started moving like Cherry, and I.
Oh no!
It was like I was like, what the fuck, dog? I was like, hell no. Nah.
That's funny.
I thought of you and Pee-wee, and
oh man, that's good.
Yeah,
I met John Singleton when I was working on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
What was John Singleton doing with Pee-wee's Playhouse?
John Singleton was working as a production assistant on Pee-wee's Playhouse at the age of like 18, 19.
Did you stay in contact with him?
Yeah, we were in contact. We were friends. I saw John about 3 weeks before he passed.
Did you know he was in bad shape?
I had no idea.
Did you get to say what you wanted to say?
I've always been able to say what I wanted to say to John. John and I, he was like a younger brother to me, and he was very dear and he was very sweet. And, his voice will be missed because he really had a unique perspective. And what he achieved with Boys in the Hood is something that, we can't even really correctly value how important it is and the impact that it made on American film. I mean, we had never seen that story told from that perspective, and it just keeps resonating. So I'm just grateful that I got the opportunity to work with him and know him, and I'm glad that he came through here and that I got to work with him while he was here.
How do you like producing? You did Hoodlum.
Yeah, I love producing. Producing is kind of a natural extension for me. It's nice to be able to come up with ideas and collaborate with people on those ideas and see those ideas become reality. It's really nice.
What's your favorite? You tend to you tend to really excel in like fucking badass movies.
Oh,
like you know what I mean? Like Boys in the Hood was
it was serious.
Like a lot of your movies were just stayed in the VCR. Like we would just have them bitches on loop, doing push-ups, curls, eating fried egg sandwiches.
That's crazy.
Like they would just super quotable shit. Even fucking to keep it 100, fucking Color Purple. You know what I mean? Like
Purple,
super quotable.
Seriously.
It just stayed.
Yeah.
It just stayed on. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you appreciate that?
Of course, man. Absolutely. I mean, I love movies too.
So
I have my favorites that, I quote. They're not the ones that I'm in, but
right.
there are movies that I just,
What are some of your movies that
I quote a lot?
That hit you the same way your movies hit us?
To Kill a Mockingbird is one of those movies.
Was that Gregory Peck?
Gregory Peck. Yeah. Shawshank Redemption is one of those movies. Godfather is one of those movies.
Fucking good movies.
Apocalypse Now is one of those movies that I'm in that I actually quote a lot.
What was it like? What did you learn from? Did you learn anything from working with the Sheens and the Brandos?
I learned so much. I mean, Apocalypse Now was really film school for me. Apocalypse Now was my initiation into the world of artists. It was the thing that shaped me and formed me as an artist, and it continues to, influence me through. It's influenced me throughout my entire career and throughout my entire life. That experience alone.
How so?
Well, I was working with the people who were really at the top of the game at that moment, and people who really had committed themselves to their art form, whether you're talking about the cinematographers,
right.
Vittorio Storaro or Francis Coppola, the writer-director, or Marlon Brando or Martin Sheen or Dennis Hopper. All these people were really, really committed, and they were, incredible artists. And at that young age, I was so impressionable. I was soaking up things, even I wasn't even aware of all the shit that I was soaking up.
Yeah.
So it formed me, and it made me the artist that I am today.
As the studios changed, because back then they would give they give the directors a reins, like go ahead, go nuts.
Right.
How did the movies change? Because you got this, you were there for like that sweet spot.
Yeah, that was the sweet spot. Yeah, that was the last time that really happened, was in the 70s.
Yeah.
Is when, directors were given their heads and they were allowed to just create and do their thing. But that, that changed with a movie called Die Hard.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Well, that was a big studio movie that was, there was the director and Bruce. I forget the director's name. He's a really good director. But that was kind of the first movie where they did the testing, they did the audience testing, and they started creating the audience that they wanted for the movie. Instead, because before it was you would create the movie that the artist wanted,
right,
and they deliver that to the audience. And with Die Hard, they started the testing and stuff, and that's when the most interesting thing that was created during the 80s was the audience.
That's fucking nuts. And you know what the way I compare it to music is like back in the day I had to save up and buy a CD.
Yeah.
Or tape.
Right.
Or shoplift it.
Or record, or however you got your hands on it.
However I got it. But and a lot of times I wouldn't like it the first time I heard it.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't hear all of it.
No, thank you.
You couldn't hear it all in one sitting.
So you'd have to
have to leave it on the fucking record player, man. And play it again, and play it again, and play it again. And eventually, you'd hear something that you didn't hear the first 3-4 times.
And it hooks you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's the beauty of that thing you were talking about, that one thought.
Yeah.
When an artist would make a record,
Yes.
or a band would make a record, and there was an idea, there was a concept, there was a story, there was an experience that they wanted to relate, that they wanted to communicate to the audience.
So is there like, all right, so let's say you're doing the Matrix. Were you listening to any? Do you listen to specific?
Oh my God!
Records?
I use music so much.
Break it down for me. Explain. Sprinkle me.
So when we were doing the Matrix, we had to we would train in every day. We trained for like months, and I put together a mixtape that we would train to every morning.
What was on it?
And on that tape was the first thing that was on it was a thing called Sound Magic from a band called the Afro Celt Sound System.
See if you can find that. Good luck.
And we would start with that. And
Okay.
and the Chinese guys that were training us, they didn't know what to call it. So they used to say, Laurence, kick song. Put on the kick song. Because we would start every morning with doing kicks.
Yeah.
So there were things like the Afro Celt Sound System on it, and there were a lot of acid jazz things on it.
Yeah.
There was a great thing from a band called Mood Food. They did this mix where they had Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech over this really, really intense, like,
Was it how was it?
it was like an acid jazz thing.
Okay.
It was really, really. I listened to a lot of music for preparation and for work all the time.
That's cool, man. That's it brings you to a certain
It
place.
takes you to exactly the place you need to be. You know, like the hip hop music that I listen to when I want to prepare for something that just makes me feel strong.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of Tribe Called Quest just to get to a place where I just really feel strong.
Do you have a specific Tribe album that you gravitate to?
It's Midnight Marauders.
It's fucking
Midnight
awesome.
Marauders. And for me, you know, because I'm pretty old school. I was in New York in 1979
Right.
when rap exploded. So I remember going to the Roxy in like 81 and
Yeah.
seeing Rum DMC. Like,
What was that?
it was crazy. It was crazy because nobody knew what the fuck it was. Like
Yeah.
they were in Queens, they were in Hollis. Everybody was like in their name. They were at the Roxy. They came to Manhattan. It was like one of the biggest venues in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And it was like the speakers were as big as this room, and they were stacked up,
Yeah.
and they were doing It's Like That. So you can
That's
imagine
amazing.
what the sound was like.
Right.
The sound was coming out the building and spilling over like 3 and 4 blocks. That's how big the sound was. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
So it was crazy. So so for me, you know, like the greatest rapper of all time for me
Right.
is Rakim.
Well, he really introduced that
I mean,
that rhyme pattern.
He's
that
for me, he's the guy. Because you know why? Because he never raises his voice.
he's monotone as hell.
He makes you come to him.
Yeah.
He makes you come to him. His rhymes are like precise, and he's thoughtful, and he talks about, you know.
Well, I
This.
brought that up to a friend of mine. I was listening to Follow the Leader, which was
Thank you.
I think it was their lead single on their second album.
Yeah,
and
man.
if you listen to what he's talking about,
Follow the leader.
he's talking about 5%er shit.
He's talking about
like
5% of shit.
metaphysical
He's talking
shit.
metaphysics.
Like you just don't get that on a single.
No, I mean, he's just, you know, he sung about traveling around the universe. It's crazy good.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a Bob James sample.
Is it?
Yeah,
See?
Nautilus.
See? Nautilus. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So and that's that's the beautiful thing about art is it all feeds off of one
Exactly.
another.
It's all coming from the same source, first of all. The creativity comes from the same source.
Yeah.
Inside these human beings that we are. It's all the same source. It's just the expressions are different and as unique as we are.
So what did you listen to? We haven't even spoken on the movie that you're pitching. What were you listening?
Oh, John Wick.
What were you listening to? What were you listening to for John Wick?
John Wick 3. You know what, man? I don't have that much to do in John Wick that I needed to listen to stuff. Generally, I'll listen to stuff if I have big emotional stuff to do.
Okay.
John Wick is not that kind of role. It's much more it's a fun kind of a ride, this movie, you know. John Wick is probably the greatest badass on the screen to come along in a generation.
Well, kind of since
I mean the only cat who's come across the screen in recent years who is as badass is like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
He's the last badass cat that showed up in the movies and was just like, I'm here to whoop some ass. You know what I mean?
Except for The Rock's got that charm about him.
Right.
And John Wick just will fucking...
Yeah.
I remember watching... I didn't know shit about John Wick. I went to go see John Wick 2. I hadn't seen John Wick 1.
Oh, you hadn't?
No.
Oh, shit.
And I was just like, God damn. I just remember just saying, like, I was like... halfway through, I was like, he's killing fucking everybody.
He kills up all kinds of shit.
It's
fantastic. But it's done, tongue in cheek. It's really funny.
Yes.
It's not serious at the end of the day. It's a ride, it's a movie. But it's just, the tone of it is pitch perfect. So
it's funny that you said that that movies have changed since they started doing the audience testing. Which I'm like, fuck the audience. You give them what you give them, and then they come to it. Yes,
that's how it used to be. That's not how it is now.
Well, fuck that, and that's why they're making a lot of bullshit. And but you've been able to get on these projects, like the ones that we spoke on, Boys in the Hood. That wasn't like charted for big things.
No.
King of New York was not thought like it was not
pre-programmed. It wasn't cookie cutter. It wasn't we're making this for a certain demographic. No.
Like Matrix, the same. Like How? What is it? What do you know what you have?
It's not necessarily that I know what I have, but I know what I like. And I think I recognize good material. I can tell shit from Shinola.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes, you get involved in a movie that is really like a commercial thing. Like it is like a franchise thing. Like I did, for example, Mission Impossible 3 with Tom Cruise.
Right.
Great gig. But we didn't expect to shatter any like ground with that. We're not trying to groundbreak. We're trying to just entertain.
Yeah.
That's cool. There's a place for that. Like popularist filmmaking stuff, that's cool. There's a place for that. I grew up and I was schooled by people who were trying to be serious artists and trying to do some things that were meaningful.
Right.
So even though something like John Wick is kind of like a popcorn movie, it's the coolest fucking popcorn movie you've seen in a while.
Let me ask you this. Did you and what's love got to do with it? Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy playing
Ike? I did not enjoy playing Ike, no, but I tried to play him honestly and truthfully.
It did come off honestly and truthfully. Why didn't you enjoy?
Well, because he's he wasn't a very nice cat.
He was a fucking piece of shit. That's another quotable. You're gonna eat that cake.
Eat some cake. He wasn't the easiest cat to get along with. Let's put it that way.
Did you meet him?
I did meet him somewhere like 6 or 7, 8 weeks into the shoot.
And what was that like?
It was interesting, man, because we were shooting at their house here in Los Angeles.
No shit.
They had a house in Baldwin Hills in Los Angeles, and we were shooting in their home. They hadn't lived there in many years, but it was a home that they lived in and owned. And suddenly there were all these police there. There was all this police presence on the street, and I couldn't figure out why. So I was asking, "Hey, what's going on?" And the word was that Ike was in the neighborhood. So people were kind of nervous.
They're
like,
"Uh-oh."
So at one point, somebody came and said, "Oh, he's here. He's down the street. He's parked down the street." So I went to go see him, and he was sitting in his car, and I said, "Hey." He just looked at me and said, "Hey." I said, "Well, where you been, man?" You know what he said? He said, "Everywhere." And then he looked at me and he could see I was in my costume.
Yeah.
He said, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to be you." He said, "Well, you better do a good job."
I thought you did a great job.
Thank you, man.
It's John Wick 3
John Wick 3 Parabellum
opens this Friday.
opens the whoop ass this Friday.
I'm gonna go see it.
You need to go see it because it's gonna make you very happy.
Yo, yeah, the last one was the shit.
Did you finally see the first one?
I still ain't seen the first one.
Oh, dude, go back. Watch the first one first.
I'm gonna go see the first.
I promise you, if you see the first one first, you'll have a better experience with 2 and 3.
Deal.
That goes for everyone out there that's listening.
But you wasn't in the first one.
I'm not in the first one, but that doesn't mean it's not great. It's still great. Keanu is great in the movie.
Is there any movies that I didn't ask you about that I should have?
No.
All right.
We're good.
Good. Cause
well, thanks, man. It's been good talking to you.
Look, man, I know you're busy and shit, but like, I mean that. You're a fucking jazz head. I would love for you to come in and do a sample session with you.
That would be great. That would be really cool.
I'm saying it on air. So like sweet. The door is open. Whenever you get some time, you let me know.
Thank you, man.
And I'll look them up and we'll do the sample session.
That could be cool. All right.
And here's a little follow leader to say goodbye to you.
Rakim.
Rakim is straight.
Rakim is straight.
Appreciate you, man.
You too, bro. Thanks.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
And now, here's the breakdown with Justin Hunt.
Jude, how's it going, man?
Shit, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm asking if your headphones are working and my shit aren't.
Oh, there we go.
I had to turn it up.
Man, I was about to accidentally break this new hotness right here.
You're sitting where Larry Fishburne was just sitting.
Word up. How was that conversation?
It was fucking awesome. Now we got more awesome combos.
Nice.
You guys are lucky today. Don't expect this every day.
We got Furious and Morpheus.
Yep.
That's so crazy to me. I met him once in a coffee shop that was in Franklin Village. Which is near where I live. Yeah. I'm not sure if he lives near there. He was in there and I was like, yo, it's Morpheus, yo.
Straight up.
I'd never do this, but I went up to him. I was like, man, can we take a picture? And he was like, no. And I respected him. I respected him for that. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't like a dick. He was just direct.
No. There was nothing rude about it. It was just like, no, I'm just not taking pictures today.
No.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I'm still going to tell my friends. Yeah. I met Morpheus.
That's one of them deals too, man. Like, if he took the picture with you,
everybody would have wanted to take a picture.
A fucking line. Yeah, he'd have been like, and then there goes his coffee.
Think about how many times he's had that encounter his entire life. Right? Like the first time I really remember him is Boys in the Hood with disposable cameras.
Yeah.
With Polaroids. Not everybody got a camera in their pocket.
Well, that was back. People would ask for autographs. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
No, people don't ask for autographs anymore. They ask for pictures.
Right.
I just offer the picture usually because only one person will know me. They'll be like, "Hey, Rude Jude." I'll be like, "Hey, let's take a pic." The worst is when they be like, "Nah." I'll be like, "All right."
That's so funny, man.
Like, I'm thirsty and shit. Like, all right, well, fuck it. Good to meet you.
All right, man. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, I know. What do you like? Okay. You like the hit or love it? Okay.
Hey, man, can you take an audio for me? I hear your voice more than I see you.
Straight up. So what do you got for me?
Interesting story here with George Clinton. So this week, George Clinton was accused of turning his bandmates into addicts in order to steal money.
What?
Now, this is George Clinton from the legendary Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah.
The underbelly to so many classic rap tracks.
Dre wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for George Clinton.
Not sure Outkast would have the first 2 albums.
Outkast wouldn't have a sound without Funkadelic.
You know?
De La's first album is just littered with Parliament and Funkadelic.
100%.
Yeah, like... I put George. You got George Clinton, James Brown, Bob James are probably like the 3 top fucking. And if you extend the George Clinton family, like Bootsy and all that shit, you know what I mean? Like it gets. So he's And I heard back in the day he didn't even have the rights to these things. He would just sample them.
Right.
Sample.
Right.
He didn't give a fuck.
Exactly. And then I mean, he's one of my favorite interviews of all time. He is the first artist I ever interviewed who got mad at lawyers for what's happening with sampling.
Yeah.
He's also the first person I ever talked to who said, nobody dies from doing crack. They die from the things you have to do to get crack.
I also heard that he would color his crack and then put it in his hair and go through the airport with said crack like treasures.
That's a rock star.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Pun intended.
The fucking one of my earliest interviews was with George Clinton when I was in Detroit, and he would leave during every music break and go to the bathroom and then come back hype as hell. I was like, yo, man, more people need to be smoking crack for my interviews because I'm getting some awesome answers.
That might be part of what his former bandmate's wife, Bernie Worrell Jr., he helped George Clinton pen a lot of the songs. They performed together in the 70s and 80s. He passed away in 2016. In a recent court document, his widow claims that Clinton is responsible for turning his bandmates into drug addicts, costing them money as they were forced to seek help. In the document, it says Clinton has a history of fraud, deceit, and delinquency when it comes to performance of the contracts that he's entered into on behalf of himself or his company. Here's the funny part. It says that Clinton used to keep a long fingernail, and he would walk around to all of his bandmates and be like, here, have some. Here, have some. So that when it came time to pay out royalties, they wouldn't remember, they weren't as clean to receive the things or request the things that he was owed, and he would charge them for it as the drug supplier. He would use that.
I don't look, man. This is kind of a crazy, a crazy lawsuit. Like, because people do have there is that just say no. Like you here have some isn't like here have some or you're fired. It's like, it seems kind of weird that she's bringing drugs into this. Now,
well, her argument again is that since he would say, "Oh, you guys aren't in any condition right now to talk about this contract. Don't worry about it. We'll come back to it another time," and never come back around.
But wasn't he getting fucked out of the money too?
That's what I'm saying. Well, he was the one who I think he was the primary rights holder for, George him, Clinton, and then he would have to shit. Right, yeah. Exactly. But that's crazy to me. I mean, not that I can't see it happening, but I always tend to think about people in bands as working together.
Isn't
in the
it
70s,
funny
it was different.
Isn't it much shit, man? It's some people are different, and George Clinton may or may not be that fucking diabolical. But I'm gonna tell you this, and we can even open up the phone lines if there's any cats from Michigan to co-sign. Like, I don't know how many fucking times I've had like crackheads run up on me and tell me that they used to be in fucking Parliament and asking for money. Like say
word.
Yeah, like that's it. Maybe they were lying, maybe they weren't, you know what I mean? Like, it just felt like that was like a Michigan 90s thing, man. You'd be out and like be like, hey, you got $1? I used to be in fucking funkadelic, and be like, nah, bro, or it's kind of funny how it's,
that's crazy.
Service spinners and shit. Like, it's it was crazy to see what drugs did to those late 70s artists. You see them like 20 years later, especially if they weren't the front man or doing or getting that writing money, man. They were fucking just strong all over fucking Michigan.
It reminds me a lot of what we see now with artists and opioids.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be crazy 20 years from now watching these cats try to catch up to forgotten revenue.
Yeah, it's yeah. Is there I can't see what they're trying to tell me on this thing. Detroit Simpsons, Al Jean, what the fuck? Oh, nothing. Okay. All right, never mind. Sorry. We got a new fucking phone screening thing. I don't know how the goddamn thing works. I'm sorry. So let's go into court. And the funny thing is George Clinton is finally like, I think he's gone sober. And he's like I saw him a couple months ago in like Adidas ads and shit. Yeah. Like he's got like some Adidas sneakers and stuff.
I hope so. I mean, I think he's probably one of the most brandable artists ever. Yeah. Colorful hair, distinct voice.
He got a haircut, bro.
Oh, word.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me take a look.
Look up that Adidas shit.
Let me take a look here.
I'm the only motherfucker. I got
shout out to Ambrosia for Heads for the reporting on this story. They do have a picture of him here with his hair cut.
Yeah. Probably for the best, man. Them dreads was starting to smell like
I don't know, man.
Trap house carpet.
I'm a firm believer that artists fall off when they cut their hair.
The only artist that fell on when they cut their hair, John Legend.
Did he? His hair is kind of always in the same little.
No, dude. The first, I did that fucking shit for Kanye back in the day, where I went over to his house and just would talk shit, and then it got on to one of his records, right. And John Legend was there with some long ass dreads.
Was he really?
Yeah, straight up.
But this is before Get Lifted?
Shit, this is I want to say fucking 02, 03.
Oh, that's before he ever got on.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, before he got on, he had dreads, and then he fucking cut them bitches.
Interesting. Tupac is the one I think about. But he went all the way bald, so I feel like that's Buddhist. I feel like he can't be in the middle.
Pac was going bald. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have a choice.
Right.
He did not have a fucking choice.
Look, there's a part of me that feels like the band members are at fault here. I mean, look, I'm a big believer and proponent of personal choice.
I agree with you.
But I also look at the way that drugs affect your brain as not being different than mental illness. There is similar chemical movements in how a brain of someone who's sober but has mental illness and someone who's addicted to substances, like they mirror each other. So in that sense, kind of criminal.
Well, let's go to someone that was actually locked up with one of the Dave in Florida.
Hey, what's up, man?
What do you have to add to this one?
All right, so when I heard this is the first time I called in because I listen to it every day, but I was like, wow, I can't believe this. I was actually locked up in Broward County, Florida with TJ, which was the bass player for Parliament.
TJ,
and his name was TJ, and he was the bass player for Parliament.
What was his last name?
Okay, so I'm not even gonna lie and say I can remember. His name was TJ.
Okay.
And he told me he was in Parliament. I was like, yeah, okay, sure, because I know about it. And then it was verified because this older black dude, this is like in the 90s when I got up, and this older black dude, he was like, oh, I know who you are. You're TJ. You're the guy in the diaper that was hanging from the rafters in that concert. And I was like, oh, shit, this guy's legit. So anyway, he told me that, like, he was in there for possession of crack in Deerfield Beach, Florida. And he told me that, like, man, they would never not go on stage without getting freaking lit. He was like, George used to, like, supply him with that shit.
Huh. Was he white or black?
Straight up. TJ was black, man. Okay. Little fat, dread, black dude, light skin.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I mean, I wouldn't recognize him if I saw him, when I was up there in a diaper from, like, some old video, but
yeah,
it was real shit.
There was a diaper guy in Parliament, but I don't know if that was, like, a rotating diaper dude or, like, Parliament was wild as fuck. Yeah, all right, so there you go. What do you think are the odds are that she's going to win this case? Or do you think he's just going to give him some... Is she suing on behalf of all the band members? Or
she's suing, as this court case is stated, she is suing on behalf of her husband who passed away for royalties he lost. Now, whether that snowballs and other band members jump in, we'll have to see how that goes. I think that, this seems like something, to me, as a non-legal expert, that's very difficult to prove. How do you say that someone forced someone to do drugs for so many years and then they manipulated them out of their royalties? To me, that sounds difficult.
Yeah.
But if I'm George Clinton, man, do I care?
That's what Sirius did to me. That's what Sirius was like, you need to do drugs. I'm smelling a lawsuit.
Are you sure it's not Jenny Jones?
But
I'd blame it on Jenny Jones.
I was sober during Jenny.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't start doing drugs till I got a job. I was like, bro, like you got to stay sober until you get on, and then once you get on, then you can go crazy.
You go crazy.
Yeah, I had too much to lose. I had too much to lose. I was like, man, yeah.
Because she's a dusty broad.
She was a dusty broad. What else?
I definitely think that depending on how much they're asking for, if I'm George Clinton, just make that go away. How many? I mean, if you just look at the royalties that arguably he's a part of, that he receives because of all the music they created that's been sampled since the beginning of hip hop.
Well, I don't even know if he's getting those royalties. Is my point. Like someone else might be getting that shit. And here's the other thing. Like, there's probably, I don't know how many motherfuckers have been in Parliament. Like, it's been a rotating cast. Like, let's say there's been 30 members in Parliament. Right. If he lets that go, that might be setting a precedent for a lot of motherfuckers to come knocking.
I'm not sure if everyone helped Penn write the songs. I mean, that's one of the things that's interesting about this guy, George Bernie Worrell Jr., whose widow is the one suing him. He helped pen the songs.
All right, well, yeah.
So,
there you go. What else you got for me?
There is a documentary now streaming on Showtime. Make sure you check it out. If you haven't checked it out, punch yourself in the face. It's on Wu-Tang Clan. It's called Of Mics and Men. And it is a look into, obviously, one of the most storied bands in the history of music. And in this video, there's a lot of unreleased, previously unseen footage of Old Dirty Bastard.
Okay.
And Complex did an interview around this documentary with RZA. And one of the things that this documentary showcases is that period of time when ODB got out of jail, 2003, and signed with Rockefeller. And this was one of Dame Dash's
I forgot about
priorities.
That. Yeah.
And so it doesn't make Rockefeller look that good.
What?
So RZA was asked, Sean was like, you know, this this documentary really doesn't make RZA look all that great. And here's what RZA said about it. They said, no, they treated him the way never treated him the way he's supposed to be treated. Even when a diamond comes out the ground, it's just a rock that needs to be polished and then cleaned and cut right. But when ODB came out the legal system, they were just like, no, let's move him here. And when you watch it, for me, it's hard to watch. I see the joy that was in my brother, and they got stuff in there that none of us had ever seen in the film because they had a camera following him. They was doing something that he didn't know they were doing. Reality shows wasn't real like that yet. He became the first experiment of a reality show, and he didn't know that. And as a result, you see him sad and fat and rambling and trying to put essentially his life back together. And RZA wasn't having it.
Can you play a bit for me?
All right, so we have, now this clip here isn't from Of Mics and Men, but this is of footage that was captured at that time. This is something VH1 did, and captured around that time, which they repurposed for Of Mics and Men. Here's a clip.
Dirty can't release an album until his contract dispute is resolved. RZA, Wu-Tang leader and Dirty's cousin, says he still has a deal with Dirty.
RZA has a problem with the way this whole thing is going down. So the way I do my business is I put everybody in the same room and hash it all out.
Rockefeller CEO Damon Dash sits down with Jared and RZA to find a solution.
Bottom line, how can we resolve this right now?
We told them that the Wu-Tang production contract with Old Dirty was null and void. What made you think that?
I'm telling you where I stand. I'm not paying nobody but Old Dirty. If Old Dirty wants to pay y'all, then y'all get paid.
RZA agrees to release Dirty from his Wu-Tang contract. In return, RZA will produce a few tracks for Dirty's next album.
We got a tug of war.
And so what's interesting about this is, again, it makes this is the first piece that came out, and it made it look like RZA was trying to get money out of ODB for their production deal. But RZA and ODB are cousins. When they were growing up and sleeping in the same bed and dreaming about how to make their rap dreams come true, it wasn't the rest of Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang wasn't really a thing. So RZA's whole point in this conversation and of Mics and Men was that I wasn't trying to get money out of Old Dirty or Rockefeller. You're talking about my cousin who just got out of jail. He's clearly not in the best situation right now. He needs, obviously, some resources. But when we started this, it was really just us dreaming about it. He is, in that sense, the original member of Wu-Tang Productions. Which I think is really interesting, because nobody really talks about this timeline. And it wasn't long after that to where...
It didn't sound like RZA was paying him either, though.
It didn't sound like that.
Well, just from...
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it doesn't. But, I mean, look, I don't know how to look at that.
If you're getting paid and Rockefeller came knocking, you'd be like, no, I'm getting paid over here.
I'm not sure how to look at that, right? I mean, you look at a number of different... I mean, again, this is 2003, early 2000s, late 90s, where Dirty's music was probably most profitable. But Wu-Tang is also one of those groups that was talking about getting jerked by their label their whole career up until that point.
The interesting, we actually had Sasha on yesterday who did the doc. A lot of members, when they did the $1 Million album, I didn't realize this, but he brought the members on and just paid them per verse, and then went on to sell it for the $1 million or $2 million that it got. So a lot of members felt cheated by that.
Right. It's tough, man. I don't know what to do if I'm Old Dirty either. I mean, look, it's 2003 Rockefeller. I think that might be the last peak for Rockefeller if we really look at it. I mean, you have the Cameron project came out around that time. I think the year later you have the Black Album. And then Rockefeller kind of splinters off. Yeah. And it becomes more of a Dame Dash versus Jay-Z, who gets the rights kind of thing. I'm not sure if they're... And it definitely seems hotter than Wu-Tang to me at that time. And Wu-Tang was still... At that point, you'd already had that first 5-year run where everyone put out their solo projects. Yeah. And then you had 36 Chambers and Wu-Tang Forever bookending RZA's vision. And everyone else kind of does their own thing afterwards. Yeah. So there is a fracture within the group. And Dirt Dog just got out of jail. And here goes Dame Dash saying, hey, we're going to make something happen. I'm not sure I'm mad at Old Dirty for wanting to do that. But I'm also not sure if I'm RZA and his cousin, and he's just getting out, that whatever they're putting together is going to meet the standard that he had already said previously, which is raw and rugged, but it was still polished in terms of how the music came out, how it sounded. And here's someone, for the first time, outside of his home team, home base. It's either Neptunes and ODB, or Neptunes and RZA is the only way I ever think of ODB.
RZA is seems like a businessman at the end of the day, and he's been able to continue on and keep his career going because he is a businessman at the end of the day. I think you're painting it in a nicer light than I'm seeing it. Like I'm sure RZA probably still did have him under contract and wanted to get paid off for it. And I don't know if he had something lined up for him. Yeah. Like I just don't know. Maybe he did.
Well, if you're Wu-Tang and you're telling this story 16 years later and you weren't necessarily happy how that went down the first time, then here's your chance to repaint history.
If you want to deflect from the fact that you did sell a record for $2 million and didn't cut all of your guys in.
You're talking about Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, the Martin Shkreli album?
Yeah. This would be a nice deflection.
You think that's that big of a...
I'd be fucking pissed if I was Wu and like came in to do an album and then like he sold, like, I signed off the rights and then, but at the same time, like, it's business, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Well, RZA, that idea wasn't originally RZA's though. Like that was Silver Ring's idea. The guy who produced a few, collabo affiliate projects who lived in Morocco. Like that was his thing, kind of pitched it to RZA. I know that definitely since they're the brainchild and Silver Rings did the most work, I understand it, but I mean, no one's going to hear the project, so it's not like.
No, yeah, but no one's going to buy Silver Rings. Like, no one gives a fuck about Silver Rings. They give a fuck about Wu-Tang.
I mean, I think that even if the project was commercially released, nobody would have cared about it. Even if RZA had produced it. The last RZA produced project right around then was A Better Tomorrow. Nobody cared about that.
I agree. I guess it was
Now, I'd be pissed knowing that Martin Shkreli bought it, and here's this squirmy dude raising AIDS prices, dissing Ghostface, and turn this into like the worst media blitz ever. I'd be pissed about that part.
That whole thing turned out to be fucking weird. Look, man, RZA still was. This isn't taking anything away from how I feel about RZA as an artist. I just. I think he's a businessman too, and he's about business, and he's proven time and time again that business comes first with him. Which isn't, this ain't the music friendness. It's not, and it was RZA. It was a lot of his vision. So there you go.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I can't be mad at people for doing business. I can be mad at people for jerking their friends and family and lying to people they do business with. I'm not at the point to say that about RZA yet. I don't have that same view of him as I do with certain other people who are artists and business people at the same time.
At the end of the day, that's really between Old Dirty Bastard and RZA because he's the one that stepped out on the contract.
Right. Yeah, well, interesting. Make sure you check out If Mics and Men is streaming on Showtime now. I believe Wu-Tang also has a tour that they're about to embark on again. So if you haven't seen them, here's a chance. And they're doing a lot of different interviews on YouTube.
I got to see Wu live, and it was at I want to say it was at St. Andrews.
Word, okay.
The infamous St. Andrews of Detroit, where the 8 Mile battles and shit are to happen.
What year is this?
I want to say 99.
Oh, wow, okay.
2000. And it was the fucking shit. It was awesome.
Was that the W or Iron Flag? Or was that, which album was that?
I don't even remember, man. I think it was right after the Wu-Tang Forever, there in between. And I remember You God was very upset that people were smoking blunts backstage.
You God?
Man. I remember You God was fucking mad that people kept smoking blunts backstage because, it's Detroit, so everybody knows a promoter. Like,
right.
there was more people that, like, Wu-Tang never even seen before backstage. Watching from backstage than was in fucking Wu-Tang, and everybody was fucking smoking, and You God was fucking pissed.
All love and respect to Wu-Tang. If there's one member that should just be happy to be there, it's You God.
Yeah. 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 888-742-3345 if you want to comment on any of these stories. Let's talk about Bushwick Bill, man.
This is a tragic story. Word broke recently that Ghetto Boy's Bushwick Bill has been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Bushwick Bill, I mean, he's one of the most legendary artists in the Ghetto Boys, and his life has been one of the incomparable ones of anybody in rap that I can think of. I don't know who to compare Bushwick Bill to, but he has stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and he told TMZ about it. We have a clip here.
There's we see a mass on your pancreas and we can't understand because it's not alcohol, it's not sugar, it's not diabetes, they went through all kinds of stuff. And then finally by February 8th, they said it was stage 4 pancreatitis cancer. And I'm like, stage 4 is I've been getting tested and they said it was a mass, but it was benign. And I'm like, does benign mean it could be cancer? And there's like, it's just a mass with no purpose. So it was just crazy to find out that pancreatic cancer is undetected until it's in the 4th or 5th stage. I've been keeping it to myself, but I'm getting ready to tell Scarface and Willie D, and I've only told close family members, you know what I mean? But that's about it. But I figure keeping it to myself is not really helping nobody. And it's not like I'm afraid of dying, because if anyone knows anything about me from Ever So Clear, you know, I died and came back already in June 19th, 1991. So I know what it's like on the other side. So that's not what really it's about. It's about life and loving life and being there for family, and not just starting a dream or getting married or getting your first house and then finding out you got pancreatic cancer. You can't even live out the rest of your dream. You know, I just want people to be aware so that way when they set dreams and goals, they're healthy enough to fulfill and live. And the reason why I'm doing 3 albums right now, because I noticed when most celebrities pass, they really don't have nothing set up for their children and everything's in disarray. So I figure old music will sell, yes, but if I have new music for them and I have a book and I have a documentary and I have any other endeavors that I get into now, at least they'll have residual income from those things, instead of just knowing that I'm their dad and my old records are selling that publishing belong to somebody else. And it's like, I'd rather know for sure that I did my part.
And he made reference there to June 19th, 1991, where he'd already been on the other side. He's already seen death. That's back when he was shot in the head in the midst of an argument with his girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, he was trying to get her to kill him.
Yeah.
And he was threatening to put the baby out the window, so she finally shot him.
And somehow he survives, but that's why, you know, Bushwick Bill only has one functioning eye, which was on the cover of, if I'm not mistaken, We Can't Be Stopped.
That was with My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me. It was crazy. That was just fucking, it was just craziness and rap. It was,
right.
I remember just like, whoa, like, you wanted real. Here's real. Here's a guy that tried to fucking have someone basically kill himself, and then it's on that makes the cover of an album, and then My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me is arguably one of the biggest rap songs ever.
It's one of the first ones I remember.
Well, it was back in the day, even on black stations, they were not playing rap during the daytime, and Mind's Playing Tricks on Me was one of the few rap songs that would get played during the daytime, which shows you how big it was.
That's dope. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah,
I remember that verse about Halloween. Then I felt just like a fiend. It wasn't even close to Halloween.
My hands was all bloody for punching on the concrete. My question is, I don't understand why they're not performing. They're going to be in. They're starting off actually in Pontiac, Michigan, at the Crowfoot, May 24th. I didn't see anything. I saw DC, Cleveland. I didn't see
New York, no Houston.
Yeah, why
no West
not,
Coast?
Why not Houston?
I'm not certain by that. I think that's weird. I think I'd be surprised if they don't do something special in Houston at some point.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised if they're not in LA at some point. I think that this is more than anything else the beginning to what I expect to be a series of tributes to Bushwick Bill and the Ghetto Boys.
And hopefully, hopefully he gets a nice cut. You know what I mean? Right. For this one. Ghetto Boys were received very well in Michigan. Like, we played the fuck out of Ghetto Boys in Michigan. Pre-Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, like gangster love shit.
They're universal, man.
Yeah.
Ghetto Boys, absolutely. Scarface, absolutely. Bushwick Bill, absolutely. Willie D is one of my favorite people on YouTube right now. I don't know if you watch Willie D tell the news. It's one of the most entertaining newscasters you can find on YouTube. Go to Willie D Live.
And Willie D was one of the guys to be deplatformed and then put back on again, man. Like, stop fucking censoring motherfuckers, man. Like, let Willie D live. And I think he was trying to get some. I think he was going through Patreon for a minute. Yeah, I fuck with Willie D. I fuck with Willie D.
Willie D. He'll deadpan in a second. Your mama should be dead, and your daddy should have pulled out. Deadpan. End of all his news stories, man. He's such a iconic figure. I think everyone should, if you get a chance, go online, send some love to Bushwick Bill.
Yeah, I guess the other thing is like, is there does Bushwick want that, and is there like a fucking GoFundMe for his kids or anything set up, or
that hasn't been announced? I think we'll see where that goes.
I'm not sure proud for that, or would he just rather like have people just buy
his 3 albums and the documentary and go check him on tour?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that after this, if I'm Willie D, I know Scarface pretty well. I'm sorry, if I'm Bushwick Bill, I know Scarface pretty well. I'm pretty sure they would take a look again after this tour, after the albums, after the documentary, when they get closer, and then see. I don't think that. For me, it would be surprising if they led with that. Hey, I've got stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Here's a GoFundMe. This is essentially the equivalent, right? I mean,
yeah. Well,
if you're not in those cities, you can't go see the show.
And it's like if stage 4 cancer, it's like you're not known to have a ton of fucking energy. You know what I mean? Like
right.
your body's literally fighting cancer. Like it's got to be hard. That's got to be hard to do those types of performances. I can't imagine.
We have a quote from Scarface here. It says, "I look forward to joining the guys again for this final farewell to the Ghetto Boys. We had a lot of memories, good and bad, and a lot of great music. Man, it's going to be a tearjerker walking away from this, a time in my life that threw learning curves and growing pains at the same time. Thanks to all the Ghetto Boys and girls around the world that help protect this brand. Bill and Will, I love you guys. God bless you both in your future travels, whatever they may be."
It's weird, it's like they started so young together, and over the years they had turmoil within the group, and it was hard for them to get along, and it's crazy that they're getting back together, and it would probably be only under terms like these, that was going to get them back together. That's the craziness. You know what I mean? Like,
would you consider them a boy band? Their origin was kind of interesting.
Well, they were kind of put together. They were put together.
That's what I mean. Not to say that they were out here dancing and getting their O-Town on, but
because I think Raheem was one of the original members. There was a few. There was a few other dudes.
I think Sugar Hill Gang, 100% boy band
put together.
Yeah. And that's not something that was uncommon in rap in the late 70s, early 80s. Which is what we're talking about here.
Yeah, you put Peace and Cash together.
Yeah,
I guess
I never thought about them that, and I wouldn't say their music had a commercial, shallow sales pitch. But in terms of what we think of when we think of Wu-Tang, for example, we were talking about earlier, those guys all kind of knew each other, were around each other.
Well, that was another one that was they kind of weren't like the best of friends. They were kind of like placed together. Another one that was placed together.
Yeah,
it wasn't organic like a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, better example.
So we should.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, maybe I'll look at that. Maybe me and you should do some thinking and think of the other groups that were put together
boy
like
bands.
That.
It sounds disrespectful, but I don't think it is.
It does sound bad.
It sounds disrespectful.
Yeah,
right?
I won't even say it.
It sounds disrespectful, but I don't think it is. I think it's okay.
Let's go to Nick B in South Carolina. Go ahead, Nick B.
Yo, what's up, Jude?
What up, dude?
Appreciate y'all taking the call. Shit, man, just chilling. So I'm 30 years old, and born in '88, and my old head put me on the Ghetto Boys when I moved out here and whatnot from Cali. And man, just Bushwick Bill and all them, it's funny y'all say about them kind of not being friends, to start with and everything. that's an interesting subject matter. But man, they really changed the game. They not changed the game, but kind of started the game in a way. And their music videos, like the song you guys were talking about, where he's sitting there blooding up his hands and everything, they just painted movies, man. They made great shit.
Thanks. Thank you for calling. We can play Ever So Clear or Little Big Man. Those were I think those were the singles off the Little Big Man album. The Ever So Clear is crazy, man. We'll play that one. That's him telling the whole story of. I got it on my shit, so it'll probably sound better than the YouTube. Here, Justin Hunt. Wait, turn it down. All right. Appreciate you being. Rakim still rapping. I was talking about Rakim with Laurence Fishburne.
He said he was the GOAT, right?
Yeah,
That sounds about right. No, man, I appreciate you, Jude. Follow the company man on
follow
everything.
the company man on everything. On everything.
Word up.
All right, here's Ever So Clear. If you're ever curious how Bushwick lost this shit, go ahead.
Feel like
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
What up, though? Did you miss any of the All Out Show? Well, there's a good place you can go to listen to the All Out Show. Listen on demand, Sirius.com/on demand, or get the app for your phone. I think it costs a little extra, but, it's worth every penny. That way, if you miss any of the show or you want to hear some best of shit or some old school interviews or kids, your fucking kids ruin it and you got to turn it off. Right when John's about to get kicked in the nuts by the porn chick. And boom, you can listen on demand when no one's around and chuckle. Yeah. Follow at All Out Show and if you got like ideas for the show or anything like that, anything that has to do with the show, hit up at All Out Show on Twitter and Instagram. We got a Facebook page too. Yeah, and we got a Facebook page. I got a Facebook. I can't figure the fucking thing out, so don't hit me on that shit. I'm telling you right now. Right now. And yeah, you can follow me at One More Jude, ONEMOREJUDE, ONEMOREJUDE on Instagram. And Rude_Jude on Twitter, if you're still on that shit. That's all I got for you. News with the fucking chin face coming up next.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you. And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
If you have a face tattoo, it can cost a lot of money to have it removed.
This costs a lot of money to keep it on your face, too.
That's correct. Getting a job, that's tough.
I know, like, you can work in the kitchen, you can be a chef with a gang of tattoos, you can do, like, tattoo parlor shit, you can work in the art industry, like out here in Hollywood, but that's in fashion. Those are off the top of my head. But that's like 5 industries. There's a lot of industries out there where they're like, that shit off your face.
Yeah.
Like, I guess in fashion, like, that's edgy.
Look at our man there. So that is Mauricio Arias, and he's out of Queens.
Was he in a gang?
No, he's just...
He was just...
He was just a bit of an addict.
See, that's the thing, man. Like,
I don't mean to laugh. It's unfortunate.
Like, we actually got some listeners and shit. Like, I met them firsthand with face tats, but, like, they they was in a certain lifestyle. It's just a way to put it. And it's like when you do that, you're basically giving up. You're basically saying, whether you know it or not, you're saying fuck regular life. I'm in it. This is the life I choose. But the problem is a lot of these cats that get that shit mad young, and we grow like shit. We have different our cells change every 7 years. You know what I mean? So you ain't the person you was 15, 20 years ago. The worst is this shit is like, the worst was like, y'all young kids don't remember this shit, but like back in the day, like if you had a tattoo, you was a sailor, a biker, or in a gang. It was like one of those, you was kind of like an outcast type shit. And then the 90s came and everybody started getting tattoos. Moms was getting dolphins on their fucking ankles and shit. Like moms taking their kids to get tattoos for their 18th birthday. So then like tattoo people had to start stepping it up. And the next thing you know, you got squares like this fucking guy.
Eyelid tattoos.
He's got tattoos all over his fucking face. He's a fucking square.
He's in trouble.
Look at the way he's sitting in the grass.
Well,
he's sitting like half cross-legged in the grass with his hand. It looks like a senior pic.
With 11 face tattoos.
What a fucking dipshit.
But he is now using laser surgery to have them removed. It's painful, costs a lot, $400 per session.
What a luxury.
Oh, man.
This is the new bourgeois right here. This is the new middle class. Fucking dipshits that wanted to be like punk rock, so they got face tattoos, and now they're dropping $400 a session.
The eyelids, can you imagine that? Makes me wince just thinking about it.
This shit says Latin pride. So when you sleeping, you know I'm proud. What a fucking dick. Hey, like, yo, if you in a gang and that's part of your shit, like, hey, whatever, man. Like, Hakuna Matata. I don't know if I still don't think it's the best idea moving forward. I told you about my fucking, like, I always, like, the fucking, my mail lady with her fucking giant, it looked like her ears looked like anuses, like blown out anuses, because she had stretched her, she had them gauges so fucking big. It's like,
why?
I've yet to see, like, unless they're their own entrepreneur or some shit, I've yet to see like some big ass ear anuses managing a store or anything like that. Unless it's a hot topic. So they're getting rid of their face tattoos. Why do they say, John?
Well, Arias here, he's 5 years sober, and he didn't think he was going to make it this far. But now he's saying when he goes into a job interview, they're going to think, who's this guy trying to get a job looking like that? I feel trapped. He's now 30, and he regrets all of it.
Oh, he's got knuckles. He's got face, knuckles, wrist, all that shit. Look, here's the cool thing. Like, my homie's a producer, and he's tatted the fuck up. And he's got the earplugs. And, like, in the arts, you're fucking golden. Anything creative, whether you're making food or goddamn music or fucking television, they're cool with that shit. They don't give a fuck. That might get you some stripes. Like, oh, he's a real creative type. But that he better be Rain Man if he's going into finance. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a big gamble.
Yeah. You better be able to be doing picking some real stock winners and shit like that.
So how did all this begin for him? He said that it was a way for him to show the world what he was made of. He started with smaller tattoos, a cross on one cheek, a Chinese character for warrior on his other, and a New York City skyline represented what I'd live. a spiderweb tattoo on his ear. It symbolized I was trapped in drug addiction and I wanted to kill myself. Sorry about that.
Look, man, I don't know what all the different symbols and shit mean, but yeah. I thought the spider web meant some other shit. Yeah. Who the fuck do? What the fuck do I know? But that's what it meant to him. Look, it's basically, once you start doing that, it's like you have given up on regular society. Here's the unfortunate shit. It's like there's a lot more of regular society than fringe society. And like living on the fringe kind of sucks. I mean, I'm regular and I'm a fringe DJ and it fucking sucks. I don't get jobs because my shit is so fucking raw. And that's just from what I say. It's not, and I walk around looking like a fucking square. I got my hair parted. I'm wearing buffalo horn glasses right now. Like a fucking dork. Polo and shit. No, it's J. Crew. But yeah, man. Think about, hey, all you youngsters, think about that shit.
Face tattoos. Don't do it.
Unless you gonna be in a fucking punk rock band all your life. But man, like I love Iggy Pop, but I saw his old ass being like a punker. Like, it's a young man's game, you know? I'm like, bro, you like 70 years old. What are you still mad about? You know? You haven't figured it out?
It's got a fortune, too.
I know, like watching him like being like I was watching some documentary on his ass, and I love Iggy Pop, but like it was just he looked ridiculous out there. I'm like, man, I love you, but sit your old ass down, bro, or just fucking stop trying to be like you 70, man. What are you mad about? You got a 401k, man. Like, chill out.
It's got more than that.
Yeah. All the motherfuckers, they be looking crazy as hell. They hate the system, then they become the system.
Oh, they're at the top.
All of them cats. Jay-Z, all them motherfuckers, man. Fuck the system, and then they become the system. They start liking that shit again.
They rebelled their way to the top.
Yep. I'm trying to like the system.
Almost 2/3 of millennials are now living paycheck to paycheck, and just 38% feel financially stable. But it looks like overall 59% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, according to the survey of...
So they're only 3% worse?
I guess.
All right. Look, man, a lot of us are buying shit we don't need. We live outside of our means. We have a lot of luxuries that growing up our parents didn't have, you know.
When was the last time you lived paycheck to paycheck? Must be a while ago.
Shit. Early on in Sirius.
Okay.
Just early on in Sirius. But I've been here 15 years. And then before that, it was like, it was fucking dire straits. I was really struggling, but I got there.
Did you purposefully get on a budget? Did you sit down and map it out?
Nah, my sister's really good at being on a budget, and I'm awful at a budget. So I grind harder than her because of it. Yeah, look, all right, millennial. I'm Gen X. I was just like looking at like Gen X. Speaking of like punk rock, Gen X, like we used to be so fucking dope, man. Like we was the one that Gen Xers were the ones that like put hip hop on and fucking like all that 90s shit, all that early 80s shit. That was all us. Now we're like a bunch of fucking cornballs afraid of words and shit. Raised a bunch of pussies. All our kids got fucking allergies, allergic to bread, fucking peanuts and shit. I'm really disappointed in we went from like fucking not giving a fuck to be like, you can't say that word, that's aggressive. That word causes violence. Like, no action causes violence, you fucking dumbass.
Well, are we still cooler than the millennials or Generation Z?
I almost feel like we're worse than the millennials because the millennials just was born in the corniness. They didn't even know. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even have a chance to be cool. They just was just bitch made their whole fucking life. Like, when you see a cool millennial, you're like, damn, that's fucking ill. Look at Gen Z is doing better than everybody. They're figuring out like how to budget their money and shit.
Gotta talk to one of those kids.
Honestly, millennials, yo, dog, like, go get you some motherfucking, get you, like, I was working in Sirius for fucking over 10 years before I got a job, before I got a car with a payment.
Oh. The credit problem?
No, I just was fucking afraid of being broke, so I bought like a $3,000 Nissan Altima. Like, drove that shit around. The only reason why I got rid of it, I got tired of getting pulled over by the cops. Like, don't be out here looking poor when you're not poor, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yes, I switched it up.
Yeah, when I'm looking a little rough, periodically, cops will give me a second look.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy, man.
And but like I guess my point is like I see a lot of fucking I see way more new cars out on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like than back in the day. Back in the day, you just save up some money, grab you a fucking beater, and drive that bitch. And now I see motherfuckers, they getting paid way less than me, and their car notes higher than mine. And then they talking about they living paycheck to paycheck. Like, what the fuck? Bro, you not Impala material. You use Malibu. You're a used Malibu. You're not new Impala lease. I just think they spend their money on. They're not wise about. I think they might be getting paid less, and I think they're not wise about how they spend their money. Y'all got to tighten up that shit. Can't afford it, don't do it. Unless you're buying Hummingbird. Just $10 on Amazon. Hummingbird. What a steal. What else?
Well, if you do need a job, Natty Light, Natural Light, the beer, they recently announced they're hunting for summer interns who will make $40 an hour to drink beer.
Fucking hey, dude. Natty Light coming out. Yo, I just posted a meme of them like shitting on Bud Light, saying that their beer tastes like piss, or Miller Light, one of them lights. Natty Light, they coming out the gates like they really feeling themselves. Good on you, Natty Light. So you just sit around, you drink beer, and then what? Tell them what it tastes like? Or
no, for $40 an hour, you'll be expected to perform a number of alcohol-filled and adjacent activities, such as help run the brewery's social media accounts, attend sporting events, act as a brand ambassador, just hanging out getting wasted for $40 an hour.
That's pretty fucking good,
well,
man.
Wasted's probably a bit of a stretch, but
they got to have like a cutoff, right?
Yeah,
like this has got to be a fucking like.
$40 an hour?
The lawyers ain't got nothing to say about this shit. Like,
it's more than I make. A lot more. I mean,
maybe you should go be a fucking drink beer.
2 months. Just give me a sabbatical.
But you gotta be cool.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like,
I can hold my alcohol. I can drink anybody here under the table.
I know you're an alcoholic, John. What I'm saying is you gotta be cool. Like, they want cool looking kids drinking Natty Lights to signal to other kids that it's cool to drink Natty Light. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
That's
not gonna work.
That's called tastemakers.
Fine.
That's what had me drinking fucking, and all of y'all know St. Ives tasted like absolute shit. But fucking goddamn it, if Ice Cube didn't have me drinking that shit, I much preferred Old English. And even Colt 45 to St. Ives. But Cube, man, fucking. And Wu-Tang and Ghetto Boys, all that shit. Tastemakers, they're just getting people.
It works.
Yeah, they're going to get hot, good-looking people drinking Natty Ice, having a good time at all these events, and just people will follow.
And then I'm in the background.
You're fucking muttering into your fucking your bottom shelf gin and tonic, motherfuckers. That could have been cool. I'm on the top hip hop show on a Sirius.
I was in a fraternity too.
You were in a fraternity?
Oh, don't ask. Yeah, I'll tell you that one day. It's so long.
We got more shit to learn about John. Just when you thought you knew it all, what did they make? Did they make you do any weird gay shit to fucking pledge?
I mean, I don't know if it was gay. I mean, there was certainly some.
There's dicks in my mouth, but I don't know if it was gay. I didn't get that much of a hard on.
I think there was some nudity, so that qualifies. Lots of push-ups and screaming and wetness and I don't know. It's a long story.
What a dick! Just when I thought you couldn't get cornier.
That was a mistake.
What was the name of your? What are you fucking homo?
Chi-Fi.
Chi-Fi. Bye.
They're great guys. Wonderful guys.
All right. What else?
Sadly, this wrestler died.
Who?
This guy, his name is Cesar Cuauhtémoc Gonzalez Barron. And
he was a Mexican wrestler?
Yeah.
All right.
And he wrestled with the name Silver King. He was one of the guys in the greatest show of Lucha Libre on Saturday night. By the way, he was best known for, he was known for appearing in this Nacho Libre film. Remember that?
Okay, yeah.
But
let me see.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's on video?
Yeah.
So
he had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack? They didn't even know he was dead,
No,
huh?
I thought it was part of the show.
Oh, for real?
And just tell me when to stop.
All right. All right, so he's on the ground?
Yeah.
He's on the ground having a heart attack?
Well, he's about to. He's probably...
he's like... he just collapsed.
It's fucking hard.
Oh, that's rough, dog.
I know, man. I don't know why I'm showing this to you.
Damn, why are we ending with the fucking dead wrestler?
We're not.
Jesus Christ, man. All right, dog. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's rough, dog. Rest in peace. Sorry to his family.
Terrible.
But
it goes on forever because the audience thought he was part of the show. Imagine that.
They got to bring in why don't they... to be fair, it's only like 30 seconds have gone by, but like...
Yeah, but look how long the video is. It's like 7 minutes of that.
What the fucking ref ain't gonna... All right, there... Yo, dog, so when do they finally bring in the doctors for him?
Well, eventually they figure it out because he's not moving. I can skip ahead. So if you ever,
Jesus Christ,
if you ever
dog,
see me lying on the floor, I'm not kidding. Help me.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yo, all right, dude. We get it. You're a good actor in wrestling, but like he was knocked out for a mad long time.
Yeah.
So he died of a heart attack.
He did.
Man, rest in peace, man. That's rough.
That is tough.
He was just laid out. They ain't do shit.
Do you have any like weird heart feelings? I mean, you do some drugs. I mean,
the only time is like when I mixed ecstasy and Viagra, and that was at the exact same time. I ate them both. I popped them like together, and I thought I was gonna die. I was like, I might fucking die.
Is it?
Yeah, my shit was just jumping out of my chest. Like, I might fucking die. This is a bad move. All right, what up?
All right, quickly, teens out there. If their parents are stopping their phone use, they're using burner phones. So they get these prepaid phones, or these kids are selling them out of their lockers at school.
Why don't they just go pay for their own phone?
The kids, I don't know. I mean, they just need a...
You can get a job at 15. Shit.
Well, I mean, I guess that's what's happening.
Even younger in some states.
Yeah, but the parents are saying, hey, we don't want you out there on social media, or we don't want you talking to Sally, or whatever it is.
So they're getting burners? Yeah. Where are they getting the money? I thought they didn't have jobs.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're selling the burners for. Probably not a lot of the lockers.
What, are they like fucking crickets and shit like that?
Yeah. Or even ones that aren't even enabled for data.
Oh, so it's just Wi-Fi. They just turn on the Wi-Fi and fucking they're selling old phones, Wi-Fi, and then they log on.
It's a good scam as a kid, though.
I mean, it's a good hustle. Phones. Yeah, it's a good hustle.
It's a big market for that.
Oh, yeah, dog. Just get a fucking job. I can't relate to that. Like, I bought my daughter's phone for years, but that was just because she didn't live with me, and I needed direct contact with my kid. So I paid for her phone for years. But had she lived with me, like, I'd have made her go get a job and pay for her own shit. But they don't do that anymore. Now that we've become a nation of pussies.
So if you're a parent and you're worried about this burner thing, of course, stalk your kids online. That's one option.
Jesus Christ.
But also monitor your network at home, check out where the traffic's flowing, and
I don't even know how to do. I don't like. They're telling people like my age and older how to do it. I don't know how to do none of that shit.
I can help you out.
Yeah, but don't you understand? You can help me out for what?
I don't.
My daughter don't live with me, man. She's in another state. Like, what am I gonna do? Who am I gonna monitor? I almost called him Jim. Who am I gonna monitor, Jim?
You forgot my name.
I know.
Nick, you forgot my fucking name, man. Asshole.
Sometimes you look like a Jim to me. Hey, it's Jim. Look at him. Hey, it's Big Chin Jim.
With no beard.
Yeah,
John does look like a Jim.
Yeah. Oh, he shaved. That's what it is.
Come on, man.
What?
It's been...
Dude, that was a week ago.
It's been a week since I shaved.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
All right, fine.
Bro, to be fair, I was sick as a dog. I just doing my best. I concentrate my hardest on just coming in here and like right now, I'm literally just trying not to shit on myself. I'm like the last 10 minutes, I've been literally trying not to shit on myself. Give me some good news, Jim.
Jackie, dickhead.
And now, time for good news.
Asshole. All right. So there's this teen out of Ohio, and he lost a lot of weight just by walking to school. 115 pounds.
How far did he live from school?
Well, let's say they're saying here he walked to school every single day, no matter the weather conditions. They don't tell me exactly how long, but I mean, it had to have been a lot that he lost 115 pounds.
It might not have been that. So behaving how people behaved 50 years ago, 30 years ago, he lost a lot of weight.
He lost a ton of weight.
Canteens lose more than 100 pounds, celebrate 115 pounds.
So
talk about determination.
So there's the before shot.
Yep.
I got here.
All right, let's see the after.
Here he is talking about his love of pizza.
Good for you, teen.
I really liked food, to be honest with you.
I really like food.
Pizza was my favorite. Any type of pizza was good too.
Mike, he's right. Pizza is delicious.
But he cut out the pizza and he started walking to school.
Started walking to school. Good for him, man. That was I remember like I went vegetarian to lose a bunch of weight, and it was like, what do you like better? Fucking burgers or pussy? And I was like, I pick pussy. And now I eat meat, but like, yeah.
Michael Watson out of Ohio.
Walking to school. There you go, guys. Spiel, get your steps up. Oh, he came from a fat family too. The whole fucking family had that fat lifestyle.
Fat lifestyle. They enjoy.
No, it's a fat lifestyle. It's like, here, look. I'll tell you. I was raised by a hippie ass mom and a hippie dad, and I understood that McDonald's was junk food. All right. I understood that if I ate McDonald's, I was eating junk food. Now, if you got some people that all they eat is McDonald's, it's just food. And that's a fat ass lifestyle. That will lead you to be a fucking fat ass into your late 20s and early 30s. I see it all the fucking time. I go home, I see it. Yeah, you can get away with it for only so long, and then once the cats start getting older, that metabolism starts slowing down. Boom. Poof, you're a fat ass. Newports and Big Macs, get your ass.
He got tired of it.
Yeah, he got tired of it. Good on him, man. And that was extra hard because he was surrounded by fat people.
Man, look at how big he looked.
Yeah, he was a fat motherfucker. Look at him. Jeez. Oh, fat. You're just eating his feelings. Been there, bro. I've been there. I've been a fat ass. 240. 60 pounds bigger. All right. That was the news.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
All right. I want to thank Laurence Fishburne for coming by here. Just talking some of his great movies with me. It's fucking cool, man. That was a highlight for me. Also, Justin Hunt, the company man on everything. We talked George Clinton being sued for giving his people drugs. Bushwick Bill. And RZA and Old Dirty Bastard and Rockefeller. I want to thank Chris for being behind the boards. Keenan actually shot the Justin Hunt shit because Justin's people wasn't here. So Keenan's associate producer and he did camera work. Hey. John Z. Matthews, producer, and the news, and Alex, head producer. My name is Jude Anthony Angelini. You can follow me at One More Jude on Instagram. Meme Games, mean, man. It's fucking hard as nails. And the two books, Hyena and Hummingbird. They ain't like what they sound like. They go hard in the paint. All right. We out this beach.